Hello, friends, and welcome. You are watching episode number 7 of our early alpha oxygen not included gasping rock let's play. My name is Sean, and I'm glad you're here with me today as I play some video games. When we left off, well, everybody was sleeping. That's what was going on. We had plenty of food. We were digging around, trying to make our way up to this water, I guess, to get more of that algae. I think that's what we were hoping for. This thing is turned off. We probably need to turn that back on because our oxygen is already starting to diminish a little bit. I know we wanted to... How are we doing on algae? Oh, we got lots of algae. You know what? I don't need to turn that thing off. We do want to get this thing running eventually. Like, we spent all that time building it and everything. I want to pump the hydrogen out of here and into here so it can be used in that hydrogen generator. You know, it would not hurt to have the power. We also want to start grabbing up some of this coal. I think that's the other reason that we were digging up into here. Probably going to pump this water down into here. Not a bad idea. As a matter of fact, may as well get that started, right? Is there a reason to not get that started? Aside from having to lay all that pipe? But you know, what's the downside of having to lay a bunch of pipe? I don't think it's going to hurt anything. Did I want to dig further down into the ground? I kind of want to get this, get it to where this wall isn't being used to, and I want to dig up that coal. Okay. So let's dig up the coal and the algae because we're going to want both of those things. I don't really care about that dirt. And then we're going to dig up the sand and whatnot. But I want to build that wall before I start digging up the sand because the fact that it won't displace water is frustrating. So I found out yesterday, I think, that that there's a big upgrade coming for oxygen not included. The upgrade is scheduled, I believe, for the 22nd. So that is 12 days from now. So most likely, if we're going to run another episode of this, that will be when we run it. I might have mentioned this on yesterday's episode. Or, I don't know, who knows. Anyways, that's just something to keep in mind. I do have a couple other games that I'm kind of excited to play and get into the rotation. So, not certain that this will be back after this series has completed, but I don't know. Find out. Keep tuning in. Stay subscribed. You don't really have to watch anything when you're subscribed. I mean, of course, I want you to. I shouldn't even let you know. No, when you're subscribed, you have to watch everything. But please subscribe. Right? Those seem to conflict one another. Either way, yeah, we'll see. The new stuff does look pretty cool. I'm excited about the changes. They have ice and like a couple of different kinds of ice, and absolutely whatever that weird this stuff, abyssalite. You can use that to make like cold rooms, and yeah, all sorts of goodies going on with that new version. So it does look fun. But like I said, we'll see. I can't keep producing as many videos as I'm producing, that's for sure. I'm going to have to slow down and get a job here before too long. So, but we'll worry about that when that comes around too. For now, let's focus on this game. We're trying to get coal up so we can start running a coal generator. We are getting a decent amount of coal in. Getting a coal generator going will allow us to try to turn this back on. Not that we necessarily need to or anything. Let's see if we have any amazing duplicates. I don't see any diver's lungs, so I'm going to say none of those are amazing. It's a pretty safe bet. I do want to go ahead and mine that coal out. And they don't seem to want to walk underwater to get all the way over here, so I'll probably have to set up ladders or something like that to make room for them to get over there. I don't know that it'll probably be an actual floor instead of ladders to get over there, but whatever it ends up being, it doesn't matter. Gonna dig that sand up so we can place that tile there. Luckily, water doesn't flow diagonally, so when we dig that hole out, it's not like the water's going to flow down into that little hole. Not a whole lot going on in here. It seems to be mostly just CO2. Oh, look at that. Oh, 4,000 milligrams. Okay. I was like, that is a lot of stuff in there. So is this just like basically a vacuum? Does seem like it's almost a vacuum in there. which is fine. This is all outside of our normal breathing area. Now, can nobody... Okay, it's awaiting granite. Why are you making that out of... whatever. I guess we have the granite to make it, so... There we go. And now we can start placing a tile over this. It doesn't look like it's got any water going into there. And then we can place a ladder going down and dig into this area too. Whoops, I guess I do want to have the ladder go up to the ground level there. These guys are running on the wheel. That's right, because they're the only power supply at this moment. Where would I put... I could put the coal up here. Well, I want the coal to be producing CO2, which would go down to here, right? So maybe I put the coal over here, and then like just have the airflow go this way. Doesn't sound unreasonable. Now, I guess the unreasonable thing about that would be that I'm going to want to try to fill this up with water eventually. I could just leave the, yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll leave the flow through area like right here. And I can always dig down if I want to get more water in there. I'd have to move that pump and everything, but that's not really a problem. And it looks like they can reach over here with the existing infrastructure. So I don't really need to worry about that. I'll put a ladder there though, just to be safe. Still got plenty of food. It's time for bed. Sleepy time. Dupes. Looks like Eliza is going to get a turn on the massage table here. We'll wait until you get up, Rasta. There we go. I keep forgetting that 2 and 3 don't really bring up the speed like it's not Rimworld. Got to hit tab to bring up the speed in this one. So I'm looking at some of the other games I want to play, and of course neither one of them are consistent in the way you adjust the speed. So tab doesn't adjust the speed in those. 1 and 2 might adjust the speed in one of them, but in the other one it's like F6, F7, F8 or something like that. I definitely need to change those hotkeys because that won't work. Especially F8, or is it? No, it's F9 is the one that turns on and off the recording. So, you know, we can't have a hotkey that turns on and off the recording because I know that I would do that. I've already done that once in this because one of the hotkeys is like similar to what turns on and off the recording. I think one of them actually is. F8? Yeah. No, it's F9 that turns on and off the recording. Dummy. I just talked about that. Alright, so let's set this up for consumable ore. I don't think I have anything else set to that, right? These are all specialized. Filtration medium, organic, organic. I don't know why we have organic in both of those. It should all be in that one. You are cultivatable soil, so we could use another one of you. How about right there, I guess. It's weird that I have plants growing in this area. Let's tear those down. And I really ought to have tile going through here. I'm not sure how much of an effect that has on the dupes walking by. How come you can't just make your way up to here where the oxygen is? Let's prioritize those things. I don't like you scaring me. I don't want you to asphyxiate down here, Willie. Especially, aren't you the one I just brought in because you're so useful? Okay, good. Thank you. Jeez. Scaring me there. I don't know where that oxygen came from, but I'm glad it came from somewhere. Because I thought you were going to die. I don't want that. Tired of my dupes dying on me. You know, we haven't had any die on me in this series. But in the last game, one died on us at the very end because of starvation, which was frustrating. How are we doing? Halfway through this day. I thought it was going to be close to nighttime already, but nope, it is not. How about stress-wise? Looks like Smith could use going back on the table. You know what we could use is more than one table. And it's not like they are hard to come by. So we're going to make one of whatever that stuff is. We'll put it somewhere nice. Not so many nice places anymore, huh? Well, I guess this isn't so bad, I don't think. But what we will do to make it a little nicer is put a lamp there. and maybe a statue. Like right there. We'll put a statue over here too. And maybe one there. Very good. Okay. Classing the place up. We'll get Smith on that table. Smith, there you go. Get yourself a massage. Treat yourself. We got power right there, electric wire. Click. You're clicked up. We're going to turn the speed up a little bit. I still need to figure out. Oh, no, I don't need to figure it out. I already did figure it out. Here's where we're going to put that coal. As a matter of fact, I will replace these with tiles. I don't like that the CO2 is going to be down below like it already is down below, but it feels like it would have to push up into here eventually, right? Or I could put an air pump to cause that to happen. I guess I could. I don't want to connect it into here, especially because we only have oxygen being pumped out. We don't have anything else being pumped out. I could always set up a. Well, I don't want to do that either. I've already got enough confusing stuff set up in there. Alright, just buildings only, please. We'll replace those with tiles. It would be more ideal, you know, really it would be more ideal to have the, but that heat would end up getting over here and we don't want that either. Is that just a random pipe? I think I intended to put a... Oh, shit, this isn't going to work because we have all these vents here. I mean, I guess we could just move all the vents over here. I think that would be easier. Plumbing, liquid vent. So, yeah, we would run... Okay, got it. And then we would just go pipes like this. And then you would go like that, and up and then back. Like that. And, nope, that's not bedtime. That is somebody getting a skill or something like that. Don't know. How's the oxygen looking? Oh, look at all that oxygen. So beautiful. I'll turn you off for a day or two. See what happens. Who is stressed out the most? Rasta. Rasta. There we are. Take a rest, Rasta. Let's make sure I don't have any dummies making artwork. I don't. I have nothing but good artists making artwork because I planned it out that way. Alright, there are most of those vents done. Let's speed it up a little, guys. Don't keep taking your time like that. There are the pipes. And we want to deconstruct all of those things. And we want to deconstruct just the vent right there. I assume that counts as part of the building. I'm not 100% sure, but... And then we want to deconstruct, I guess, that pipe, because what I really wanted to deconstruct was the one that went upwards. And then we'll put in another pipe, there we go, that goes like that, and one like that. And so there we go, we can have all of it go down through there that we need to. We can put a tile right there. So we're still going to have a problem where all the CO2 kind of accumulates down in here instead of accumulating up higher like we really want it to, but, you know, what are you going to do? We'll need to move this pump down eventually. But, I mean, as we just saw from rearranging that pipe setup, it's not really too complicated to move things around. Alright, things look good up here. Let's mine out a little more of this stuff. And then we can start working on getting a little more coal also. But you know what? There's a reason we were getting all this coal. So let's not forget about that. because setting up this coal in here to make power for us will be pretty great. We're going to go to power, and we're going to go coal generator right there, and then we're going to go to base, and we're going to go storage container right there. I didn't put one up here, did I? I did already. And I set it to consumable ore. Well, that's not where that stuff goes anymore. I don't know what I'll put in here, but we'll worry about it later, because this one is consumable ore now. Get your act together, game. You should know what I'm trying to do before I tell you. Consumable ore. There we go. Thank you very much. Yep, hard to breathe down here. I believe it. I wonder if pumping oxygen down here would like push the CO2 up a little bit. Probably not. That would just cause the oxygen to rise up, which we do want to be happening. How's the oxygen looking overall? It's already kind of shrinking down. We'll turn that back on in the morning. What do we have? It's carbon dioxide, but it looks like contaminated oxygen. Yeah, so we're getting some contaminated oxygen in there, which is not a problem. There we go. That stuff is easy to take apart. We want to have power coming out of this thing. Electrical wire. Very simple. Actually, we'll have it that one. And then we'll just run you straight over. Easy peasy. Speed it up because we are in the middle of the night. I told myself I was going to turn this back on tomorrow, so tomorrow is already here. The future is now. Let's get that going. Future is now, reference to Hudsucker Proxy, Coen Brothers movie. One of the worst regarded Coen Brothers movie. One that I really enjoy, but it's not at the top of my list by any means. But Coen Brothers, I think they have 15 movies, and I would say 12 of those movies are amazing. So, you know, the difference between number 1 and number 12, I would say, is smaller than the difference between number 12 and number 13. Because the bad Coen Brothers movies, oh, they are bad. But the good Coen Brothers movies are pretty good. Now, what's going on here? Why is there water? Contaminated water? Where did that come from? Looks like from the bathroom. Well, you don't mop in that direction, dummy. What's going on here? There you go. You mop in that direction. Who peed on the floor? And when did they do it? Let's shore this up so we don't have water leaking through. That's disgusting. But it looks like somebody peed on the floor. And it's probably because the toilet was backed up or something. Do we need to have a second toilet? Is that what's going on? Yeah, I don't like that we now have contaminated water mixed in with our regular water. That's very unfortunate. Especially because it might end up getting pumped into this, pumped into that. Although it would mostly get pumped back out, I guess. I wonder what would happen if it gets up to here. Is it just going to get jammed up or something? I don't want to have to put a filter in there. Alright, there you go. Protected. Don't have any sort of minimum setup for you, so we're just going to leave you like you are. I don't know where all this contaminated oxygen is coming from. Like, it's increasing. Is it, like, coming from the slime and stuff? That doesn't make any sense. Is it creeping out through here? No, there's not very much in there. Hard to say. This is looking good. It's moving down like we had hoped. Maybe we'll clean... What? Oh, there we go. Maybe we'll mine all that out. Should be in good shape to where it's not going to come smashing through the ceiling. I think the sandstone and tile together should prevent that from happening. Sounds like our transporter is trying to make another dupe. Are the odds with us? Of course not. Why would they be? We don't want one anyways. We're happy with the number that we have. How's the oxygen looking, Gaspy? Yep, I know there's not much oxygen up here, but this isn't really the oxygen area. Though there is still plenty up there. Lots of carbon dioxide down here. A lot of contaminated oxygen in here for some reason. Weird stuff. Don't know where that's coming from. How are we doing on time? 4 minutes left, huh? You know what? Let's tidy this place up. I don't like having all these non-tile tiles in here. It looks unprofessional. We're a professional organization here. I think we could do with some harvesting, though. Almost time for bed. It's getting there. I heard the little noise. Now, why are we not putting coal into our coal generator? Come on, guys. Let's get that coal generator going. I guess I could raise the priority on it, and then they would start doing that. Prioritize level 6. There we go. Thank you. Let's get that coal in there. Who's stressed out? Smith and Eliza. Well, that's not a surprise. Smith, Eliza. You guys get some relaxation, would you? You'll appreciate it. Call me in the morning. Guess we're already on the high speed. No speeding it up from there. Maybe these beautiful new floors will take your mind off of your stresses. So our overall internal living area looks pretty good. Looks good! No complaints. How's the oxygen pressure? Nice and high. Plenty of electricity. These guys aren't having to run on treadmills all day long. Getting a lot of coal into the coal thingy, but none of it into our coal generator for whatever reason. I don't know why nobody wants to deliver coal there. I guess I should have these ladders extend all the way to the ground. Plenty of room for more water to be brought into here. I think we want to, we can mine that out, and then we're going to want to build up. So we can mine this out as well. We'll build that tile across there. Oh, come on. That's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Not that you're really going to be able to build the mine all the way, or the thing all the way across there, but still. Alright, let's mine out. We'll start at the top, work our way down. Really regret spending all the time building this fancy room. We spent like 2 episodes building that, never used it. Or tried to use it, didn't work. And now it's just been sitting there idle for two episodes, as we have plenty of algae to burn off as we and then now we've got coal power coming in, so even there, more power than we could possibly, or not possibly, but more power than we need. I wonder, now that we have the coal thing going, we really could afford to fire up all this stuff, but it uses so much power to run all those things. And it never seemed to provide us the kind of oxygen that you would expect it to. Alright, wow. How did they get all... Oh, wait, there was nothing there. That's how they got all that mined out in the middle. It just didn't exist in the first place. Alright, well, it's nighttime, isn't it? And we are out of time as far as the video is concerned. So, that works out. Let's end the video in the middle of the night. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this episode. It's been fun for me. I hope it was fun for you. When we come back, we will continue just our collection of materials and stuff. We really should be continuing our exploration over this way. That was supposed to be a priority, right? Really, survival is the main priority. And I feel like we're doing pretty good survival-wise right now. Maybe not quite as bulked up on food as I might like, but even there, not really a problem. I'm going to go ahead and have you shut off in the morning. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you subscribing and seeing these videos. And I hope you'll leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Maybe click that like button. That's always good. And I will see you next episode. Bye. I said goodbye.